Douglas. How's it feel to be in San Diego?
Feels good. Nice little town, you know.
Yeah, it is for sure. So it's been over a year since we last seen you. What have you been up to? Where you been at?
Man, same old, you know. Pretty much waiting for a fight too, you know. But we're always in the gym, always training. We're just waiting for the call. You know, I know there's a lot of weight, you know, with the merge and all of that stuff. So you know, I had to sit out for a while. But it's good, man. We've been in the gym, like I said, we've been training, so just excited. Fight week finally here.
So you had some of those issues with your contract that are now resolved. Can you give us any details of how long you're going to stay with the PFL, how many fights, just anything?
I can't really get into details right now. You know, we signed the extension and stuff. We got this fight. I don't know what happens after. You know, we're looking at one thing at a time. So right now, I just gotta, you know, get through with this fight, and then we keep going from there. You know.
Yeah, just playing everything out one by one.
Yeah.
So you've been training with Trayshawn Ward a bit ahead of this fight. Have you been using him as a main partner due to his similar build as Aaron Jeffrey, or is that just someone you train with a lot?
No, yeah, I train with him a lot. You know, he started training with us maybe 7 years ago, so he's always a training partner. You know, he's good. He's heavy. He's really strong, man. Like physically, he's one of the strongest guys I've ever, you know, worked with. So he's always there in my camp. So you know, it's something that we do a lot.
You've always done some charity, giving back to the youth through MMA. Just how does it feel to know that you've been such a big impact on the Brazilian scene, and just the Brazilian youth coming up and trying to be like you?
It feels good, man. It's always good to give back, like you said, you know, and you know, whatever I can do to support, you know, to help, you know, people that look up to me, stuff like that is good. It just feels good. Same with the gym, you know, we got a gym that has a bunch of fighters, so it's like end of the day it's about giving back. You know, it's good to build, you know, different young fighters. You know, it's a dream of mine, so I'm sure it's a dream of a lot of people too. So you know, I just want them to go, you know, further than I went. So it's good to do something like that.
It's absolutely awesome. Thank you.
Thanks.
What's up, Douglas? How do you see this fight playing out with Aaron Jeffrey?
You know, tough fight, man. He's a tough customer. You know, he's good wrestling. He's good at striking on the ground. So prepare for everything. We worked, you know, for every scenario this fight takes place, and win. He just got to win no matter what. You know, if it's standing, ground, decision. You know, I just got to go over there and get my job done and get the W.
Okay, and did you happen to watch his fight with Fabian Edwards?
I did.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's kind of like, I guess, a similar style matchup. What are some of your takeaways from that, watching that?
You know, he's kept his game plan and kept doing it the whole thing, you know, playing that clinching game the whole time. You know, it's his style, I guess, and I think he's gonna do a similar game plan to me because you know, me and Edwards kind of have the similar styles, you know. So I believe he's gonna try to do the same thing. You know, we're prepared for it, you know.
Okay, and then what do you think Fabian did good in that fight?
I mean, because he was, you know, it could have gone either way, you know. That he was very close, you know. But Fabian defended really well. He landed some better shots, you know, as far as striking. And I don't know. I think he just did more damage.
Okay, and I know you can't really talk about the contract situation. But for fans wondering how much longer they can see you around for, do you plan to be around the sport for a little bit longer, or what are you thinking?
Yeah, I mean, I've thought about it in the past, you know, when I'm gonna stop. But man, I'm not really thinking about that right now. I'm healthy, you know, my body feels good. You know, maybe another 2 years in this game.
2 years, so.
Another year, 2 years, we'll see. You know, but as of right now, I'm not thinking about it.
Okay, gotcha. And as far as after this fight, how soon you want to get back in potentially?
As soon as possible. I gotta stay busy, man. You know. My last fight was a year, you know, we were just talking about it yesterday. It was a year and 3 months, you know, without fighting. So, especially, you know, at this age, I gotta stay busy. You know, I don't want to stay out for a while. So, maybe in the next 4 or 5 months, you know, I want to get back in for sure.
Okay, thank you.
So.
Phenom, how we doing, man?
Good, man. How are you?
Good, good. This is going to be your 45th professional fight, man. A true legend of the sport. When you think about how far you've come and the goals that you set out for yourself from the very beginning, you know, what comes to mind thinking back on this journey?
Man, it's been a fun one. You know what I mean? Man, it's good. You know, we traveled the world. You know, fought the best of the best. You know, won belts, lost belts. it's a great learning experience, you know, and I'm happy with it, you know. Could have been better, could always been better, you know what I mean? Lost some fights that, you know, maybe I shouldn't have lost, but man, it's part of the journey, you know. It's like going up a hill, go down sometimes, go up, and man, it's been an amazing one, you know. I can't wait to keep it going, you know. I don't know for how much longer, but man, I want to keep doing it, you know. It's a passion, it's a love of mine, and man, I just love doing it.
What about that big viral knockout that gets posted almost every week, still to this day?
Yeah, that was a good one. Like I said, man, people love that one. Every time it gets posted, you know, it gets a lot of hit, but, you know, it happens sometimes, you know. Not good for MVP, but, you know, it's what people love watching, so, you know, I can't do anything about that.
And now, obviously, throughout this past camp, you made a bunch of posts to social media showing and talking about how much, you know, how great the camp had been. Now that you've reached these stages in your career, your 45th professional fight, stuff like that, is it safe to say that you're enjoying the process more, or is it starting to take some toll and taxing on the mind and body?
I mean, mind and body is the hardest thing, you know. Like, to keep the body healthy, I think it's one of the main things in camps, because, man, you know, with the time, you know, it's been almost 20 years, you know, that I've been doing it. So as you get older, you learn how to train smarter, you know. I can't do 3 sessions a day like I used to do, you know, 5 days a week, 6 days a week. So I know we just, you know, with the experience, you learn how to be smarter with the camps and with the training. So the main thing for me is just staying healthy, you know. You're in shape, you're strong, but you gotta stay healthy for these camps. You know, that's the main thing that I look at it right now.
And last for me, your thoughts on this stylistic matchup this coming weekend with Aaron Jeffrey?
Style is all the same. Honestly, you know, he's good everywhere. You know, I just gotta defend what's his best and impose my will. You know, strike him hard, and you know, get this W. It's gonna be a good one.
Thank you, man.
What's up, Douglas? How you doing?
Good, buddy. How are you?
Good. So you spoke about all this experience. You've been in the game for a long time. I think your first pro fight was 2006. I was 5 years old. So after all this and being through all these fight weeks, all these fight camps, are the nerves different? Do you have less nerves at this stage of your career heading into a fight, or is it still the same?
Man, it's crazy, man. It's like my 50th fight almost, you know, if I can count the amateurs and other stuff. But man, nerves still the same. You know, it never changes. It never changes. Once you walk in that stage, butterflies is always there. I think everybody has it, you know. You just got to deal with it. It's just how you deal with it, you know. But the nerves is always there. Same feeling as the first fight, honestly, you know. I've been in it for, you know, like a lot of times, but man, it never changes. It's always the same. Doesn't matter where it is, you know. Inside the cages, for me, it's always the same. Always gonna have the nerves, you know, but, you know, that's part of it.
Yeah, of course. So you spoke about fighting being your greatest passion in life. Are you still as passionate about it? Do you still love it as much as you once did back in the past when you were starting out?
I mean, I want to say I do, because I'm still doing it, you know, but, you know, some days you wake up, you're like, oh, man, you know, this again, that again, but, man, it's like, keeps me going, you know. When I say enough, then it's enough, you know, but if I'm fighting, I still got passion, I still got love for it. If it gets harder, it definitely gets harder, because, man, your body feels it, you know, but there's ways, man. It's like I said, you just got to be smart with it, you know. If I got love for it, I'm gonna keep doing it. You know, if my health allows me to go, I'm still gonna keep going. You know, so.
I know you're fully focused on this fight and you're not thinking about retirement at the moment right now, but is it a scary feeling to think about 20 years, almost, you say almost 50 fights, including amateurs, to one day when you do decide to retire, to not have another fight camp, to not have another fight week, to not have another fight to look forward to? Is that a little bit of a nervous feeling? Or?
Oh no, man, I'm looking forward to that. You know, I like, you know, spending time with the family. I like traveling. You know, I'll still be in the gym training. You know, it's just the camp is gonna be mostly for the other guys. You know, I'll be helping out. You know, of course, I'm always gonna be in the sport. You know, I'll be probably competing, maybe some jiu-jitsu tournaments. I'll be competing, but it's just, I mean, I won't miss the camps, you know. The training, of course, you're in top shape, you know, physically you feel good, but heck no, I'm not gonna miss that. Weight cuts, you know, man, my drops to 170, my goodness, man, I don't wanna look back at that, you know. There's takeaways, you know, the wins, you know, some amazing moments that I've been in this sport that, man, I just can't explain to people how good it feels, you know. like they say in this sport, it's the highest highs and the lowest lows, you know. But man, when it's all done, when I'm retired, I'll be super happy. Like man, I'm glad I'm not going through that crap again. But you know, just gotta enjoy it, man. You gotta, whatever you do in life, you gotta enjoy it, you know. If you don't, you know, if there's no fun in it, why are you doing it, you know? So even jobs, works, man, you gotta love what you're doing, you know. And that's what makes it fun.
Those moments you're talking about, these fights, your legacy will be talked about for a long time after you retire. So you've done a lot in the sport. And then last one, you mentioned your family. You got a whole bunch of people back here, big team, big family. What can you tell me about the people that are here with you today and what it would mean to bring a win back to your people?
Man, it's just gratitude, you know. The wife and kids, my wife and kids didn't make it for this one, but man, my friends over there back, he's been a friend with me. He always comes to my fights. Man, he brought like 40 people from Atlanta. 40 people to come watch me, so man, it's like the type of love and support that, man, it's hard to get, you know, so I'm just grateful, you know, grateful for all of them, you know, the fans that's always been supporting me, you know, to the highest highs and the lowest lows, you know, there's people that's always there for me, no matter what, you know, so it's just, it makes it worth it, man, it makes you work hard, and man, it's like, you can't explain some of this stuff that we go through in here, you know.
And then lastly, what about the promotion? What about Bellator? Are you glad to have called Bellator home for all of these years?
Man, it's like I love it. You know, I've been a company guy for all my career. You know, Bellator, they know it, man. They call me. You know, it's this guy, this date. Okay, I'm there. You know, and nothing but gratitude, man. You know, being a fun ride with them. You know, and I'm always grateful for Bellator and everything they did for me in my career. You know, it's like 12 years almost, man, 12, 13 years, you know, so there's a lot of changes, of course, but man, the gratitude is always going to be there, you know.
Thank you, man. Good luck.
Pleasure, bro. Thank you.
What's up, Douglas? Raul right here. You're a former world champion, multiple time Grand Prix winner. I know it's been asked a bunch since we've been here, but is there any like set goals or anything you've told yourself that you want to accomplish before you hang up the gloves?
I mean, goals for me, it's like, man, I always say this when they ask me, if I'm fighting somewhere, you gotta aim for the top, you know. And the top, of course, is always the belt. So if I don't have the belt with me, my goal is always gonna be fighting for the belt, you know. I'm here in this new division now for me, you know, I got a win the last time. You know, I'm fighting a guy that just lost to the challenger, you know, so that's the goal, man. Beat this guy, you know, and find a way to get to the belt as soon as possible, you know. I don't have a lot more time in the sport, but you know, while I'm here, you know, I want to be looking for that shot one more time.
Okay. You're big in the community. I see you run your own jiu-jitsu classes. You post about child abuse. I just want to know what does that mean to you, and what does it mean to like, give that to the next generation?
Everything, you know, it's like when it's said and done here, you know, I want to, like I said before, I want to pass it on. You know, I want to be able to, you know, to give an opportunity for other guys, you know, to, you know, live this, because it's a dream, you know, I'm living my dream right now, you know, to being a professional fighter. You know, ever since, you know, I first watched my first MMA fight, you know, it's something that I want to do. So it's good to have a platform for other fighters, you know, maybe some connections here and there that might put them in, you know, in a bigger show, you know, a bigger platform. So it's great to give out, to give back, you know, whatever I can pass it on to anybody there at the gym, I will. You know, I'm not holding anything back as far as teaching, you know, what I learned in this journey, you know, so it just feels good to be able to pass that on.
Okay, and last one for me, you kind of touched on approaching 50 fights, almost 20 years in this game. What advice can you give to younger fighters that want to make this a career?
Just know it's not easy, you know, there's gonna be a lot of no's, you know, there's bumps in the road, but man, just keep the faith, keep doing it, you know, if it's something you love, keep working hard, no shortcuts, you know what I mean, take it easy on partying, drinking, stay away from that stuff, and just focus on what you gotta do, you know, that's what I gotta say to the young people, because it's a hard sport, you know, it's not easy. Nowadays everybody gets, you know, everybody's good, man. Everybody's good nowadays, you know, the sport has evolved a lot. You know, my first 3 fights, I didn't know what ground and pound was. You know, I didn't know about punching in the ground. So that's how it was back then. But nowadays, everybody's good. You know, there's good gyms all over the place. So, man, just stay focused. It's the main thing. Stay focused. Know it's a hard road, but it's definitely worth it.
Deus te abençoe.
Amém. Igualmente. Thanks, brother.
Hey, how's it going, Douglas?
Good, man. How are you?
Good. It's MMA Locker Room talking Pub Sports Radio. I mean, let's talk about something, man. You've been fighting professionally now since 2006, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's just talk about that feeling of winning. Because, you know, sometimes when fighters lose that feeling of winning, they feel like it's time to give up, it's time to quit, it's time to do something else.
Yeah.
You was able to get that win last fight out against Vandes Stevens. Can you just talk about that feeling and what it does to you to make you feel as a warranted fighter?
Yeah. Man, can't explain the feelings of winning, man. Especially when you go through a lot of losses, you know, like I had a terrible run, you know, before that last win, and it's like you get to a point where you feel like, man, what is going on? What is happening? You just miss that feeling of winning. And but like I say, you just gotta keep. If you know it inside you that you still got more, and you just keep going. You know, a lot of times, like mentally, you're not there. You know, I think that's what happened with me in those fights. Something was off. You know, I can't explain what it was, but there were some losses there. That was like, man, come on, how you gonna let that happen? You know, but just gotta, man, stay positive and keep going. You know, I can't explain it, man. Some of the stuff that I go through there, like mentally, I just can't explain it. You know, I just go there and do it. You know, that's what I did in the last fight. That's what I plan on doing on this one again. Because, man, the most important thing is winning. It's not easy, man. Winning is not easy in this game, you know, especially at the highest level, at the top of the, you know, it's not easy to win.
I mean, especially when you got everybody going to war for you, you got your family, you know, cheering on for you, defending you, fight after fight.
Yeah.
They finally get to run into the cage, you have big celebration. I mean, that smile right there has to be a great feeling, though, right?
Man, it's like I said, if you're not living it, if you're not there, you can't explain it, man. Can't explain the feeling of lifting your hands at the end of the day, because what you go through in these camps, man, it's like not just training, you know, it's like at home, family, you know, gyms, jobs. You go through a lot, man. It's like regular people wouldn't understand that, you know. So it's just amazing. End of the day, you know, go through those crazy weight cuts, you know, recover, fight again the next day. So it's man, fighting is something different, you know.
Got it, man. I mean, they're not giving you any easy matchups. I mean, a matchup against Aaron Jeffries, he seems like he's been in the spotlight every single fight. They got you as the underdog in this one. Are you looking to showcase your striking in this matchup, or how do you think it's going to play out?
Yeah, I showcase everything, you know, everything I got to do to win, you know, strike him hard, you know, defend whatever he throws. Yeah, I mean, it's like you said, there's no easy fights in here, you know. It's like I was coming off those losses and people were like, man, why did you accept this fight? Man, it's like what they gave me, you know. I'm just here to fight. I'm not gonna, you know, handpick my guys, you know. It's like whoever they throw at me, I just gotta say yes and do it. No different in this one, man. This guy is, for me, is top 2, top 3, you know. Fought the challenger, fought a really good fight that could have gone either way. Bro, I'm here to fight him, I'm here to win. You know, eventually earn that shot one more time.
Yeah, no time to lose at this stage of your career. So, only got to use the tools that you got available. What do you think is going to be more important, your speed or your power?
Everything, mixing both together makes it a perfect combination. Speed, power, put him out, you know, go to the next one.
Last one for me. Name one of your up-and-coming fighters that you got coming out from your gym, from your training camp that, you know, we should be on the lookout for.
It's going to be hard to name somebody. So many great fighters there, man, like amateurs, even amateurs, man. Like, there's a bunch of guys there at the gym. Yeah, I don't want to say a name and then forget about the next one. Then they're going to hit me after, but man, all love for all those guys in the gym, man. Y'all gonna be hearing about them really soon, and they're gonna, you know, make a name for themselves in the sport for sure. You know.
Thank you for your time.
Thanks, brother.
All right, we're only gonna have time for one Zoom question, so let's go to Mike Pendleton. Mike Pendleton, can you hear me?
Yeah, you were cut out. Thank you, Gabby. Douglas, speaking earlier today to all of us, Aaron Jeffrey said that it would be a lifetime achievement to get a win over you. You've made it very clear you're on a journey to another path to a title. So while it would be a lifetime achievement for him to beat you, what would it mean to you at this stage of your career to get a win over him and show that you're ready for a title shot at 185?
words from him, man. Lifetime achievement. Getting a win in this sport right now, that's what it feels like. You know, everybody's tough, everybody's good. You know, every fight, you know, it's not easy to win. You know, so I'm here to do it. You know, earn another shot. You know, I know his game. I know he's ready. Very, very, very tough. And I'm excited, man. I'm excited to come here. You know, get this win one more time. You know, and keep going with this run. You know, it'll be an honor, man. I'm happy. You know, finally to be on the stage one more time. Man, can't wait. I'm looking forward to it. You know.
Thank you.